Okay. So, last day, what you have done?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Last day, what you have done?
Last,
I
last
think
is we installed the Angular and got to know the properties and the benefits of Angular. Yes, sir.
and do the first angular app, right?
No, we didn't start actually. with the Angular.
So that localhost 4200 when you
Oh,
see
that one,
first
that one.
start.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
Again, I am telling what you have done so that we will help you to remember that what is angular. First of all, I need one type of front-end framework and a single page front-end framework. Single page application framework. Why is a single page application framework? Because it is a single page application framework because you don't need any extra tab actually. When you click any other component, they need to show the respective components and respective output in a single page. You don't need any another page. So that's why Android is called single page application framework. First, we have done this. This is the basic project structure of the Angular. We have my project name is Java 25. So what is the thing? First of all, we have to install the Angular. In pip install minus the Angular CLI. That is the command to install the Angular. After that, engineer project. So create the project. Engineer Java 25. So the project will be created. Suppose if you delete the node modules. Suppose I am deleting node modules. Let's see what will happen. So then delete it. Actually, it will take some time to delete the node module. So it will take time. After deleting the node modules, again we try to run that Angular project. So let's see if actually it will run or not actually. That is our main thing. And it is don't run actually because without the node modules, any Angular project cannot. Any kind of Angular project cannot run without the node modules. Because node modules is one kind of library files. Node modules is one kind of library file. So without the node modules, the project will should not run.
Not run.
Yes. The node modules will permanently deleted and see already the errors will come. Already the errors will come. So we have to if we run this program, if we run this project, what is the error?
Yes,
Node packages may not be installed. Try installing with npm install. Do not find the enemy. So which means in running it we need where is the library files. Check. So let's do npm install. And again it is appeared. And all the errors also will come. Let's install first. So it's still installed. Okay, now it is installed. Now run the project. Okay, now compile successfully. We will go to local host 4200. That is the default hello Angular. Next one. And Angular, this is Java 55. So automatically save and Angular, this is Java 25. So it will perfectly run actually. This is the first Angular app. Again, I am telling we need to focus about the 6 files routing module.ts, component.css. There is the local CSS file, component.html, where you can add the HTML code. Component.ts file, this is where your title is there. Title is Java 29, the project name actually, and app module.ts. Inside the app module, this is actually not error. It will give error, but it is not the error actually. This is the modules, browser module. So because of the browser module, it will show in the browser. And app routing module means suppose if you create any link for the routing purpose, the module will be there, app routing module. And there are so many modules, so we can add one by one all the modules. This is the global HTML file, index.html, and this is the style.css, the global CSS file, and angular.json. Here the information about the project is there. The basic information about the project is there in angular.json. And there is package.json. In package.json, all the versions will be there. What are the versions? What is your Angular version? What is your Angular core version? Angular CLI version? TypeScript version? All the versions will be there in package.json. And tsconfig.json. tsconfig.json. All the true and false. So all the restriction will be, if I give this restriction to this project, or that is happening in the tsconf. That is the main config TypeScript configuration type. Suppose the main restriction is this strict. Strict equals to here false. Strict equals to here false. So all the authority purpose and the authorization will be false in this project. So my project is easily smoothly run. That's why we can do the strict equals to false. That is TS configuration. This is the first project. Now next, what we are doing? Next we will start the next topic. This is the first Angular app, that topic. And next topic in Angular is that I have already told you. Next topic is if else Angular. This if else Angular. That is called structural directive. Actually. That is called structural directive. Also. First of all, we need to understand what are the structural directives. What is called structural directives actually? The example of structural directives is ng if, ng for, of, ng switch. These are called structural directives. That means structural directive, and another call is built-in directives. So what is the structural directives? If any interviewer calls you, that what is the structural directive in it? So what you can tell? Structural directives are directives which change the DOM layout by adding and removing DOM elements. What are the DOM elements? DOM elements is the document object model that we are already done in the JavaScript. That DOM layout, document object model, that we have done in the JavaScript. Remember that. That we have so many DOM elements, that document object model elements, and structural directives are the directives which change the DOM layout. Each element has their own purpose and own layout. So for the changing the layout of the document object model, the structural directives are used. And for the changing, so structural directives are mainly used for change the DOM layout and adding or removing the DOM elements. And Angular provides a set of built structural directives. So these are all the built-in by default structural directives. These are called ng if, ng switch, ng for if, and others. These are the examples of the structural directive. Oh, this is This is the basic syntax of the ng. How we can write ng? I am sharing the chat box. So this is just see in the chat box. Deep start.
Sir, your screen is not showing, sir.
No, I am not sharing the screen. Just see the chat box. If ng if equals to hero, class equals to name, hero dot name div. So inside the word div, what I am writing ng if. That ng if start ng is the syntax of the structural directive. Equals to if. That means ng is one kind of hero is one kind of object, and referring the object is for what we can add or removing the DOM elements. Hero is one kind of DOM elements or object elements. And
It's a function, right?
Yeah, it's one kind of function.
It is inbuilt, or we have to make it separate.
No, it is inbuilt actually. ng if, ng for, ng. So these are the inbuilt structure direct inbuilt functions in every ng if. Start ng if. So this is the actually writing style. This is the syntax. And where is ng if used? ng if used for applies the ng if directive on where it becomes a property binding in square brackets. Property binding. Suppose I am giving you another. See in the document actually. I can share the screen showing you the Angular document. See, first of all, go to this code document, then you go to the project. See, this is the writing style of the ng. Leave ng if equals to hero. This is the one kind of object model. Then class name and hero dot name div. So this is the actual writing style of the ng. How we can define ng? This is the one. And also you can write one tag that's called ng template. And ng template, ng if hero, class name, hero dot name. This is the one kind of two-way data binding. This is called banana brackets. The double brackets is called the banana brackets. This is called banana brackets. These brackets are called. This is called actually two-way data binding. This is the syntax of the two-way data binding. When we do two-way data binding, we can understand this. But right now, just see this is the two-way data binding. There is called deep class equals to name, deep, and then ng template tag will be end. So this is that's how we can write the structural directive code using the ng template. First,
Can you show example with this one?
Yes,
This cell.
that's why I'm getting this. First of all, we see the switch case, and then we can do if else, if, and then ng for, and this is ng style. So ng style is one kind of structural directive example. ng for is one kind of structural directive example. ng is one kind of structural directive example, and then ng for and ng switch case. This is the one kind of structural directive example. So I am just two, 3 or 4 example, and I am mixed up in this way. Okay, so let's start with the same example. First of all, we make one project, and inside that project, just give the project name structural directive. If else Angular one folder, and inside that folder create one Angular project structural directive. And inside the structural directive, as you know, these are the node modules, the Angular library modules. And now come to the app component.html. Now come to app component HTML. So let's first start with the ng form. Div inside the div, I am writing the ng for div ng for equals to let user of users. So this is the way actually we are writing the ng for. We are specifying the ng. This the user is one kind of define the functions. Div ng for equals to let user of users. Actually, my main my main user is document object model. This is the DOM object, and which is and what referring DOM object? ng for is referring the DOM object. ng for referring the user of users. There are so many document object models. There are so many document object models, and one document object model is user. So that's why it is called let user of users. One user or many users, that is the main let user of users, and that is the whole thing, and that is referred by ng form. That is refer or adding or removing by what? That is basically referred by one structural directive, that is called ng form. That is one kind of structural directive, ng form. ng form equals to let user of users. Now ng class is highlight user dot username. Yes, suppose I am giving one name. This is name. And then user dot username. User dot username means what? Username is one kind of variable, one kind of object I have taken, variable object. User dot username. And this is called GUI data binding. This is called GUI data binding. This is called GUI data binding. And then dbuild. So these small codes are there actually. Again, I am telling what I have done in this code. First of all, take one div tag, then star ng for. Star ng for. So this is the syntax. That's why you are writing star ng for. See
What does the star mean?
Star is one kind of symbol. Star means structural directory. This is the one kind of symbol, the naming convention actually.
Okay.
Suppose we are what is the printing in Java? We are writing system.out.println, right? That's why it is the one. That is one kind of syntax.
Okay.
Star ng. See, a structural directive that renders a template for each item in a collection. Suppose users is one type of collection, and one size of collection, that one collection is user, and that I am referring with the ng. So that's why div ng for equals to let user of users. ng class is highlight, I'm taking one class, and user dot username.
This ng class is can be taken anything. Right?
Here can be taken.
I mean the highlight one is
Yeah,
I mean,
this is actually string. The ng class is also predefined, but we take an highlight that is actually user tag.
Okay.
But ng class, ng for these are all the predefined actually in Android by default. ng for equals to let user of user, then ng class highlight one kind of string. See, property, ng class one kind of property string. It is one kind of string, treated as a string. And user dot username equals to is one kind of string. And what is ng for? And a structure directive. If you hovering in this, a structure directive that renders a template for each item in a collection. The directive is placed on an element which becomes the parent of the clone templates. See, star ng, that is the syntax. The ng for directly generally used in the shorthand form ng.
Okay.
That's why we are writing star ng. That is the symbol actually. Then user dot username to a data binding, and after that, okay, this is the div tag. This is the total ng for program. Next,
what is the benefit of data binding?
Yeah, data binding benefit is real life benefit. Suppose I am yesterday I am telling you. explain this. See, this is the actually structure. What is data binding? First of all, you have to understand what is data binding. This is the structure: view layer, control layer, service layer. Then service after service layer, then it will be backend portion, backend framework, Spring Boot, and then it is the database. So first of all, when you suppose you give an interview, and before the interview, we have to submit a resume in that organization.
Yeah.
So first of all, in the view layer, you suppose you have one form and you fill the form and then submit. So that form will come into then controller layer. That controller layer control the data. After the controller layer, then controller layer pass the data to the service layer. Here the service layer actually it is called the business logic layer. Here the business actually happening. Then that data will go to the backend layer, the Spring Boot. Then Spring Boot process the data, and after the data stored in the database. So the data will come here to here. Data will come here to here. That is called one-way data binding. Because this is one way. But the data cannot go the opposite direction. Data is go only one direction. That is called one-way data binding. Data bind means we are binding the data. We are binding the data in one unit in the database. That's why it is called data binding word. And then suppose one day one HR came, they need one developer. So what the HR can do, the HR from the database, the HR search your resume by your name, and then the data, what is the process? Then data will come from here to here, service layer, then controller layer, then view, then come to view layer. View layer means the HR can see your data actually. User can see your data as a PDF format or as
Reading
a
the data.
reading the data actually. Yeah, see in the browser actually, or in the PDF format or in the Word format, anything. See your data and then process your data, or again just see your data and then HR will call you and then again store the data in a database. So the data always come from here and go to there. So this is another way of binding. So that's why it's called two-way data binding. Data is gone this to this and here to here. So that is called two-way data binding process. And
So
that's
with the help of Angular, we are doing the total data binding function without the
Yes.
Spring Boot and all.
yes, with the Angular we are doing the data binding process. But when we see the CRUD application, that is very easy to understand.
Yeah, yeah.
When you see the CRUD application using the Angular, the data will go to the database and then the data come from database to the UI layer. That means this browsing layer actually.
So when we are using Angular, we don't need to use JDBC or Spring Boot like anything.
No. We don't use JDBC. Actually, JDBC is the connectivity, but here in Spring Boot,
Okay.
here in Spring Boot, we need in the Spring Boot there have Hibernate actually. Hibernate. Now, if you search what is Hibernate, when you go to Spring Boot, then we can understand what is Hibernate. Hibernate, what is Hibernate? Hibernate's primary feature is mapping from Java classes to database tables and mapping from Java data types to SQL data types. So that's mean what is the Hibernate used for? Hibernate actually, suppose we are using this project, from that data, here that data will go to this layer. go to Spring Boot. Okay. Actually, Hibernate is one kind of JDBC. In
What is Spring Boot then?
Spring Boot is a backend framework. Without Spring Boot, Hibernate cannot work.
Okay.
Spring Boot is a backend layer and Angular is a front-end framework. So both front-end and backend layer connectivity is what? One bridge will be Hibernate, na?
Yeah.
And that bridge is Hibernate, that technology. And without Spring Boot and one kind of feature of Spring Boot is Hibernate, you can say. So suppose this is the Spring Boot microservice, is one kind of Spring Boot project. That project also. This is the backend portion and this is the front end portion. Suppose I am talking. So the data will come. The data you submit the form. The data will go to here, and then it has a Hibernate portion. Then when the Hibernate will start, with the Hibernate, the data that Spring Boot is connecting with your Angular. Your Angular portion is connected with your Spring Boot portion. And with the Hibernate, and then data will come from Angular to Spring Boot or Spring Boot to Angular. That is the two data binding will be happening. That bridge will be happening. That connectivity will be happening. Understand the whole process.
Okay.
See, this is the HI management system backend. This is the one kind of Spring Boot project. Actually, this project is actually running HI management system project. So this is the one kind of backend. And in the front end, here we are also doing the HI management system. Suppose, okay, then we can show. See, this is the HI management system front end, and this is HI management system backend. If we run the backend, then the Hibernate will connect. Hibernate also will run, and here, if I run this program,
Oh, you need to log in from another account.
yes. Okay, I think it is running.
Yeah.
See, this is the one kind of user employee list, user personal list, user employee education list, add employee list. This is the one kind of project, and this is the one kind of form that is called, that I told you, reactive form. This is
Yeah.
employee ID, call name, username, user password, and user role. Actually, this user role drop down is not coming because this data is coming from backend. If you run this backend, then actually
You're connected.
the data will come. That means you are HR, or you are a software developer, or you are a tester, whatever. What is your role actually in the company? The data, and you can submit this. At user employee education list, employee ID, undergraduate qualification, undergraduate specialization, pass out, university, and PG qualifications. And then personal list, your location ID, pin code, phone number, alternate phone number, and all of this. And it's the employee list. So this is the actual one thing done by Angular and back in the Spring Boot that is connected. So that's why this is the called Hibernate actually. The data will come from database to front end with the Hibernate. In the previous day, what we have done, we are doing the with the JDBC, Java Database Connector. But here we are connecting the Angular to the Spring Boot with the Hibernate, and obviously the MySQL database. Okay, so this is the two-way data binding version in the deep version. That is ng part. Next, come to ng style. Ng style means, suppose you have, if you give any CSS, if you add any CSS with the help of the structural directive, then you can write P in the paragraph tag, ng style equal to my style. And then we'll come to Angular 2, it changes after industry law. That means one kind of paragraph you can write. And D plus content. So this is the one kind of style. And that structure relative name is what? That structure relative name is ng style. This is ng call and this is ng style. Initial equals to my style. Welcome to Angular 2, it changes software industry. This is ng style. Oh, now come to switch case. Okay, let's wait for a minute. Okay, so this is the switch case. So what is in the switch case? Switch case means suppose ng switch directive we are creating one heading, and then ng switch. Another list. This is ng switch login name. ng switch case user. User is logged in. So the print, what is the print? User is logged in the paragraph tag. And I am using the list tag. Again in the list tag star ng switch case. This is my structural directive ng switch case. One ng switch case is what? User. And another switch case is what? Admin. These are two, user and admin. The two person is there. Suppose user and admin. User is logged in and admin is logged in. And then ng switch default. What is the default? Please choose login name. So you can understand the basic structure, I think. So this is the user. So when we go to the user ng switch case, then user is logged in. But when the user is not logged in, then it will switch to the admin. Then admin logged in. And then if it is not logged in, then what is the by default? By default is please choose login name. Login name means you are a user logged in or you are the admin logged in. But what kind of user? You are an admin or you are a user? That is the basic structure from this code. And with the ng switch case structural directive and ng switch default also. These are the two switch case, two structural directive, ng switch case and ng switch default. Okay, let's first of all let's run this program. Then we go to next things. What is the project name? Structural directive. Okay, let's run this. Okay, it is running. Let's see. The ng switch directive admin is logged in. Yeah. The admin is logged in. And please choose login name. This is ng login name. What is the login name? Admin. Admin is logged in. Welcome to Angular 2. It changes software industry and that means this is the ng style or kind of styling. And after that, this is the highlight, mega. That name will be print. And see, if ng template is log out, this is the structural directory is login else log out. It is else login or else not. Else, there are two type possibility: is login or is log out. If else, this is ng if is login or else is log out. So this login section span. I am writing inside the span tag. This is login section, and inside deep tag ng template is log out. This is log out section, and then ng template end. Structural directive. This is logout section, and ng for directive. ng for directive. Maybe your question is why what are the phone names are coming? This is coming from, see, app component.ts. Go to the app component.ts. Title structural directive. Actually, it is not DSK, it is directive. So let's forget about this. Is login name admin? See why it is admin login? Because I already said given the name, login name. That login name is what? That login name is this. Login name. Understand? This is the login name. This login name is this login name. Both will be the same. Login name is admin. Then actually it is admin login. It is not user login. I am checking here. I am checking the condition here. It is user or is it admin? But in login name, this login name is what? This login name is actually admin. Suppose I am changing this admin to user. Suppose. Let's again run the program. See, user is logged in. Then user is logged in. Is login false? Is login out true? Is login, is log out. There are two types of possibilities: is login or is log out. How it will go? Yes. Is login false? Is log out true? So it will be actually log out. So that's why it is called. This is log out section. Why it is telling it is log out section? Because I am already defining here. Is log out is true? Is login is false? I am changing also. Suppose I am login is true. I'm giving true. And I'm giving it false. So you can see, this is log in section. Then the changing is log out to login. This is login. Now come to, okay, now again go to HTML. So that goes to login, logout method. And after that, then our last is what? ng for directive is the let x of list. Let x of x is one type of variable and it is a two-data binding. I am taken let x of list on kind of object. Let x of list. So what is list? List is a kind consist of four names. What are the four names? See, list. I have already taken one array. List. List is there. These are the three names actually I have taken. See, ng for directive, and this is the three names will be print here with the structural directive. You can add also one. This is the one kind of array list. So that list will come, that data is coming from her. That data is coming from Angular component.ts to that HTML. ng for let x or list. That list is coming from that list. That list. So this is the one kind of list, and the list is consist of 4 names. These are the 4 names, and this list is consist of this list. And ng for directive. This is the ng for directive. This is the one kind of heading, and then x is one kind of list, consists of 4 names. And then our last thing is ng style equals to my style. This is ng style. This is ng style. This is one kind of style, and it's appeared in the red color. This is also ng style, and this is also ng style. Okay, and next this is the last thing. And here, why it is red? Why it is red? Because in app component.ts file, my style, there is one kind of variable that my style I am taking here. My style, that my style is coming from this my style. My style is color red, font size 14 pixel. This is the thing. This is the actually styling property. If I going to green, and this is suppose 50 pixel. See, this will change to green, and this also change to green. So this is your according to needs, you can change. But the main thing is in app component.ts file, we are first of all defining our goals. We are defining our things. Then we are coming into the HTML file, and we are implementing this with the ng switch, ng for ng. That is our main thing. Next, come to these 4 names. These 4 names we are understand, but what are these 4 names we are coming from? Now understand these 4 names. Okay, my style has we understand. Now see, we are now taking users, one variable user, and user is one kind of array type variable. It is one kind of JSON format actually. One kind of JSON format, as we can use in the Postman tool for the checking the URLs. Actually, that URL is very done not. We are checking in Postman. One kind of API testing tool. It is one kind of Postman.
We use Spring Boot for this.
Yes. When we do Spring Boot project, then we can use Postman. Here we put the so this is the Postman. We can add the URL here, and we can do get. Get means getting the data from the database. Post means we can add any data into the database. Put means update the data and delete the data. That we when we do the CAD application, then we can test. Then we can put the URLs and we can test get, post, put, and delete. These four things are the actually the postman. Then we can send and we can all the data here. And here we are writing this data in the body section. We are writing this. Look, this is the actually JSON format. So here also we are writing this is a JSON format. User ID and username. User ID 1, username Megha. User ID 2, username another name. User ID 3 and another name. User ID 4 and another name. So these are the four names actually. Megha, Vinita, Rupal, and Sapna. These are the four names. That four names, user ID and username, we are taking as a user. That's why we are called user of users. That is called ng form.
Sir, what is user and user?
Yeah, there are four users, right?
Yes, there are
And-
4 years.
And one user is Megha. That is your understanding. One user is Megha. There are the four users. What are the four users? The four users are Megha, Vinita, Rupal, and Sapna. And all the users, one user is Megha. So let user of users and user.username Megha. One username is Megha. User.username. So that username, that user is coming from her. That user is coming from this user, and that users is coming from this users, and that users is consist of four names. What are the four names? Megha, Vinita, Rupal, and Sandhya. And this we are writing in the JSON format. So this is our total code actually. And here browsing module, it is already predefined actually. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
When you create the project, it will automatically do it. Okay, now come to here, user.things. You have to make one class that is called user.things. How to make one class? We need one command that is called ngg class user. That is the command. Ng here in the console you can write ngg class user. So I am taking one class user. And inside the user, I have two attributes, user ID and username. User ID is number, username is string. So what the compiler can understand, right? What is the user ID and username? Here I am taking user ID and username. That user ID and username is coming from where? Where? That user ID and username coming from one class that is called user. That is called user.ts, this class. That user ID is one number and username is string. We have to define this class. User ID number, username, and then constructor. User ID number and username string. And then we have to use this keyword for the attributes. This dot user ID and this dot username. Just like we are doing in the Java. This is the user. So we define the user class, user ID, username, then automatically it will come to this. Then actually the Angular will understand that, okay, so user ID is one and username is this. And then actually it will print here this function. We have to make one class that is the user.ts. And index.html, it is nothing. It is by default this as a structural directive. And in the style.c, you can add style.cs, but right now I don't add any style.cs. And in the, let's see, in the package.json, state is true here. Okay, so this is the actual total structural directive project. Okay, so I am stop sharing. So we now share screen.
It's visible.
Okay. It's now shared. First of all, create the folder.
Yeah. NPM install, right?
Yes, npm install. Now npm install and Angular project on. Okay, so give the name Angular project one, right? Which is the folder.
Yeah.
npm install -g Angular -g g means global. -g space at the rate Angular /CLI. What is showing error?
Just let me check Angular. I guess this flag will take an hour.
No, it will be slash. What is the package log.json is coming from? It should not be there. Actually, it is the empty folder. No? Why is the package
Yeah, it's
log?
empty folder.
So package log is coming from where?
No idea, sir. Just let me delete it.
Hmm.
Slash means the left to right slash or right to left.
No, that's slash. Right to
Sorry.
left. Hmm. No, you manual. Okay, no, you delete the folder manually. You can fresh create one folder. First will delete the folder.
What is the project name, sir?
So the name structural directive we can write. Directive. PIB.
Directive.
Yes. Now install the Angular.
All,
Add that.
here. That's CLI. Something's wrong, I guess. Sir,
Ang-
can you just
Angular
copy and paste?
Angular is you can give small letter. A.
Okay. CLL, right?
CLI.
CLI. Oh, that's
Yes.
C. Can I do that? What is the full form of CLI? What?
Command line interface. That is one kind of
Command
command.
line.
Yes.
And NPM?
npm is node package manager. That is one kind of installing libraries in Angular. Node package manager, npm. Yes, now, yes, Angular is installed. Now, create the project with the project name.
What was the command?
ng new. Now project name.
Anything, or I have to copy the folder?
Yeah, anything. Project name will be anything. Yes. No, scroll down. Yes.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah, this one. Delete all this. Yeah, delete all the things. No.
This one also.
No. Only HTML. Yes. Okay, I'm giving you that HTML code. We'll just do it. Next, I'm giving you that HTML code first. I'll give you the switch case. Yeah, actually it is showing error because we don't actually set our value. So go to the app component.ts. After title,
What should I?
after title you add. And now go to the common HTML.
The attribute name of this must be lowercase.
Okay, I think if you don't do the whole program, then it will not actually.
Yeah.
Mm.
This one you have sent it. Is
In
it the
in
inclusive?
HTML, in HTML.
Yeah, I'm saying that
Mhm.
it is with switch case or without.
No, it is not switch case, it is all nothing.
Should I delete this?
Yeah, delete and then you can do this. Okay, now go to component.ts file. Sending you the component.ts file. Yeah, send it.
Right.
After login them. Check the brackets.
Cannot find the tag.
Yes, because you have to create one class that I have told you. User class. Go to the terminal.
This one.
No, go to the terminal.
Okay.
And in the terminal, you write. No, already terminal is there.
Okay.
The command is ngg space ng space g
Okay.
ngg space ngg class class and space class name user
Anything, right?
user enter in your project. Enter in your project.
Oh, CD. Hello.
Mhm.
How should I enter?
CD space your project name?
Yeah, I did. Actually.
No, actually it is AGULAR. You are
Oh,
writing
spelling is.
now write the comment.
CGG, right?
ngg
Oh, NGG, sir. What is the full form of NG?
ng is one kind of ng library, one kind of Angular default library. npm ng, these are all the libraries. Yes. Now go to the user.ts file. User.ts file. Yes. Now do this.
User is used to with
That user ID you need to also do in the component.ts file. See the same as not. User ID and username. It should be user, I think.
didn't get it.
User. Okay, once save the file, save all the files once again.
It's auto save.
Okay. What is your username actually? Go to user U is small or go to small.
U is small. The class I created, no, it's
It is
just created with a small case, but it is showing uppercase.
Yeah, it is actually class name should be capital user.
So here is also capital.
Hmm.
There shouldn't be a problem.
Is it before in assigned user? Hmm?
Where it is used to be.
Yeah, that is user and it is user ID.
User ID and user.
Hmm.
I think it's about the brackets and all.
No, this is the JSON format, which is fine. It's fine. It's in the error. Just do it. Actually, here, actually, I give user is small and ID is capital. I is capital and U is small.
It's the same thing.
Hmm.
The component.ts, U small and I is big. Same in the user.ts. The class name U is in uppercase first.
Okay. Yeah. Again, see my code. Actually, stop share. See, this is the user ID number, user name string, and use constructor user ID and username string.
Just like this.
Digit user ID, digit user ID, and digit username, digit username. Then go to component.ts. This user
User bracket open. Then user ID.
after bracket there will be comma.
Yeah, commas. About the import, what components are being imported at the top?
Yeah, okay, that user you need to import.
Yeah, I imported this error here, but the user.ts there is still an error. Bracket there, I mean bracket two bracket here.
See, actually, there are two brackets in the class and the constructor.
The constructor. This user ID. Just let me check it in Google.
Okay, one see that in Angular.json, strict is true. Please check.
Angular.json.
Yes.
Okay. Strict, right?
Yes.
Where is the strict? At the top right.
In the top, yes.
Below schematics. Schematics. After that, is there any search button? I mean, I cannot see anything.
No, first schema, in the first paragraph actually, the last
The
line.
schema version,
Yes.
new project, projects, Angular, project type, schematics, root, source root, prefix, architect, build, filter, option, outpath, index, main, polyfills, ts config, assets, style script.
No, here in the strict is it true?
No, there is no strict.
Okay, so
definition.
then create one, then type one, strict is true.
Okay, after which one? Schematics.
After
Right?
schematics, yes.
There is no.
I am sharing in chat.
Okay. Check semicolon. Comma, right? After two.
Yes, yes. No, after not comma, in bracket.
What is the meaning of this one? Strict.
It means it is the all the authorization is true. Authorization and validation.
Yeah, same rate about the error is too soon.
See all in the routing module file, see if anything change.
Which is
In routing module
routing module. App module, same exports router module. Router module dot forward route which ng module. It's same, just
Okay. Then come to CSS. So we need to check one by one. It is now come to HTML. That is check one by one.
block type. There is no switch case. Wait, wait. Because it's limited to switch. Case if goes can you just copy paste the whole thing and send it to me this one HTML? I think that's the problem.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you delete all the full code.
Yeah, I'm just deleting it.
Okay, I'm stop sharing.
Yeah.
You paste already?
Just can you send this one to me again?
Okay. User class. No. User class, you need to first of all export is
Set system. That's the same problem.
that's the problem. Hmm. Actually, code is right, but I think there is something is missing in user ID, username, or user. I think.
So next.
Okay, I am sending this TS code again, component.ts. After title, I am giving.
After title.
Hmm. Okay, actually run the code again. Run the code. ng sir. ng sir. These two username. It is delivered.
It is being used for means.
That 5 and 6 line it will show you actually.
Yeah.
Okay, just
just-
capital the U. Just capital U. User ID is remove this, remove the whole line. This dot username, remove the whole line, and again, what the suggestion is no. The second portion of that line number 7. After the equals to.
Line number 7.
Line number 6 after equals to. Yeah, remove. And then again write. These dot is username. Dot username.
Two string.
Shuman, have you done this project?
No, sir.
Okay. So that's why I can check. You have also one error.
Yeah. Suman, can you also do this? You can understand that. If there is a matter.
Okay, go to app module.ts once again. This is fine. This is not actually changed.
this one.
Yeah, but I send the same code that is running in
Yeah,
my
it was
laptop.
total.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why it is showing error? Someone, can you do? Hello, Suman, are you doing?
Hello.
Suman? Yes.
Yes.
Are you doing?
No, sir.
Okay, so we do one
Yeah.
thing, just create one zip file of this project, of this folder. Create one zip file and send in the group, so everyone
Yeah.
can check whether they have come there or not. They will understand.
There's so many files it's taking.
Yes. Yeah, it is better. You first of all you delete the node modules.
No, no, it's-
Yeah, let's still.
It will not take too much time.
Hmm.
Let me just check it. This one, sir, can you see the error is triggered because the type is the theme still identified in scenarios. Adding exclamation mark before variables tells that it will be quantified or null as possible types for variable.
Latest. Yeah. Okay, so one thing you can do.
Yeah.
I am making the zip file and I am sent to you zip file and you can import it direct.
Okay.
You can instruct and import.
Right.
Okay, sir.
I think it's a system problem.
That's actually I don't understand what is the problem.
Yeah.
Why it is showing the error.
Oh, where is this user ID defined in this full program?
It is already defined in the app component.ts. Whatever you decide, whatever you define in the class, you define in the component.ts. That user ID and username. Okay. Documents. Okay, that structural directive project I compressed.
What's that? So did you send it over?
But all I need to delete the node modules. That's why it is taking so much time. Okay, right now we can end the session
Yeah, no
because you
problem.
already see. Okay, so you send it
I'm
in the
just
group.
sending the zip file.
Send the zip file and I send also zip file in the group. So you extract this and you again import this in your
Okay.
BS. And next day we see what is the error.
Okay.
And everybody do. Suman, Shubhasmita and Punami also do. Let's see if any error comes. Okay, I'm stop sharing.